Now that we have a basic understanding of mental body, we can now talk about mental health. And see, when we talk about mental health, we don't see mental health in isolation because the mental health is impacted by the body, mind, emotions, and energy. So, we will discuss how we can take care of our mental health through all these four dimensions. So, let's start with body. So, the body means the physical body here. The mind and emotions are related to the mental body, and energy is related to the energy body. As far as the body is concerned, the first important thing is eating the right kind of food in the right way, which results into a faster, simpler, and clearer digestion. We will see very shortly what the right kind of food is and how it impacts our mental health. But the bottom line is that the food you are eating should be easily digestible food and should leave your body at the right time in the right way. Colon cleansing is very important for mental sharpness and mental well being. The second in the list is the physical activity and rest. There has to be enough physical activity in the body to keep the mind healthy. This is one of the main reasons why people are going into depression because they don't have enough physical activity. Second is rest. So, rest doesn't mean the sleep here. Sleep is one part of it. But what is required for the healthy mind is the restfulness, not sleep. How to experience restfulness? If you do all your activities with full involvement and joy, the restfulness is natural. So, when you are doing your exercise, swimming, running, walking, even working, eating, whatever, just do everything with joy. Don't worry about success or failure, just give your best and do the things with joy. It does not take much for a human being to live well. Only when you are trying to imitate someone else, it takes a lot. The last one is drinking water at right time in the right way. This is very, very important. 70% of our body is made up of water, and if we can take care of this 70%, our body will be at ease and the mind will stay away from the problems. So, we will look into this in little detail in the next slides. But if you understand and take care of just these aspects, we can considerably reduce the incidence and occurrence of depression and the other mental disorders. The next dimension is mind. Our body is like the hardware in a computer, and it will be of no use if it is not supported by the necessary software, and that is mind. If you have a perfect body but a bad mind, it could go against you or destroy you. Human mind has got two wonderful senses, which are vivid sense of memory and a fantastic sense of imagination. Having a sense of memory means we can remember so much related to the past and bring it to the present just by remembering it. And having a sense of imagination means we can think of anything that we want to. We can imagine going to any place without any physical movement and so on. But the irony with these wonderful senses is instead of enjoying them, we are suffering them the most. People who had certain suffering or the miseries in the past, they keep torturing themselves by replaying it again and again. Similarly, people imagine all sorts of fears and suffering in the future, even when there are no signs of them, and they spoil their present. Hence, it becomes very important to take charge of our mind so that our intelligence works for us, not against us. Mind is so powerful that if it is not directed properly, it may lead us to all sorts of miseries and various problems. And this is exactly what is happening to many people. People have become slave of their mind and not consciously directing it. Mind is a good servant, but a very bad master. Most of the mental sufferings are either related to the past memories or some horrible imaginations about the future. We must use the past memories for learning and growing out of it, and we must use the imagination for a better experience, joy, happiness, and creating new solutions. But are we using them correctly? Think about it. Our past should be used for learning, and our imagination should be used for creating the new solutions. The last one in the list is meditation. There are a lot of meditation practices going around the world. If you are initiated into any one of them, then continue doing it. Otherwise, you may follow this simple form of meditation. This is just to settle your mind and body if you are going through some mental disturbances. If you find it useful, you may continue with it. So, what you need to do is sit in a cross leg posture, hands on your thighs, upward facing. Close your eyes, chin slightly up so that the focus of your eyes goes to the middle of your eyebrows. It should be a mild focus. Then focus your mind on breath, inhalation and exhalation. Do the deep breathing slowly and gently. And then feel the oneness with your breath. The most important thing today is that you are alive. And you are alive because you are breathing. So be grateful to your breathing and become one with that, as that is becoming one with you. You may follow the posture given in the slide and start this with 5 minutes. If you like it, then go for 10 minutes and so on. Many people complain that my thoughts are disturbing during meditation. So what to do? The short answer is don't do anything. Just bring your focus back to inhalation and exhalation. Let the mind do its job. When we are not stopping our heart or kidney to function, then why do we need to stop our mind from processing the thoughts? So, let go. Let it do its work. You just bring your focus back to your breath. See, there are 5 centers of thoughts from where they originate. The center of right perception, center of wrong perception, center of memories, center of imagination, and center of sleep. And one or the other is always operating at the level of mind. So thoughts cannot be controlled until and unless you go beyond mind. And that's possible, by the way. We'll see that later. The next dimension is emotions. I'll not go into full detail of what is in the emotions, but I think the 3 key things that we can do to keep our mental body healthy is, first is bring music into your life. And by music I mean it can be music, singing, even dancing also. But some sort of music should be there in your life. There is a substantial scientific evidence today that music can do wonders to your life. So let the music play. The next one is practice forgiveness, at least internally. You should forgive people, including yourself. Why do you want to carry a burden of not forgiving anyone, including you? So forgive yourself, forgive others. If not externally, then at least internally. I know it's hard, but why do you want to carry a burden of not forgiving anyone? So free yourself. Become free of this burden. The next one is accept the reality and respond to the situations, not react to it. Reacting may not help, but responding will. Look for the solutions, not problems. But sometimes accepting the reality becomes very difficult, especially when our near and dear ones leave us or die. That's a very tough time to go through, and in those times our emotions takes more time to catch up with the reality. It's not easy. So what to do in those situations? See, whatever happened has happened, unfortunately. Now we can either choose to cherish the memory of the person who has left us, or choose to become miserable by those memories. I think the first option is better, and that will be the right justice to the memories of the person who has departed. If the person is still living through our memories, then we should give that person a pleasant experience, shouldn't we? The next dimension is energy. If the physical body is the hardware and the mental body is the software, then energy is the source of power. This hardware and software cannot do much unless it is plugged into the quality power, and that is the energy. We can have excellent body, fantastic mind, but if that body and mind are not charged with the energy, they are of no use. So energy is the life force which brings body and mind to life and make them work properly. This is a very big topic and I will not be able to cover that in detail. There are 10 parts of the energy body, so we cannot cover all of them. But what we can do to keep the energy active and vibrant, there are 3 key tips that I can share with you today. The first one is connect with nature. In yogic science, we see body as composition of the 5 elements: air, water, fire, earth, and ether. So essentially, our body is a product of this nature, and all these natural elements, air, water, sunlight, food, are in continuous transactions with us. Nature is showering loads of energy. The only question is, are we receptive enough? So the first step is connect with nature. How we can do that? Well, that is simple. So go outside, go to mountains, go to beaches, get in touch with rivers, lake, waterfalls, ocean, plants, trees, flowers, soil, sunlight, fresh air, and even grow plants at your home. Get in touch with all these natural elements. Feel the oneness with them, as they are giving you the real life force to experience this life. Even when you are drinking water or take shower, breathe air, eat your meals, receive them with a great respect and gratitude. Feel the oneness with them as they are becoming one with you. They are becoming a part of your life. If you just do this, nature will find many ways to connect with you. So be sensitive and receptive. The next tip is breathe correctly. What it means is the breathing that we do has an enormous impact on our energy system. So it's very important that we are breathing correctly. And there are pranayama techniques in the yogic culture which provides various techniques how we can use our breathing to nurture our energy system or energy body. And there are very good videos on the YouTube, so you may look up pranayama techniques. Pranayama techniques are considered as the energy recharger in the yogic culture. So if you are falling short of energy, then these techniques can definitely help you. The third one is yoga asanas. What yoga asanas means, the yoga postures. And all these postures are performed to bring a right balance in the body, in the physical body and in the energy body, so that the energies can flow correctly into the body. So we'll not go through the yoga asanas in this session today, but what I can recommend is you should always be conscious of your spine while you are sitting on the chair or standing or watching TV, sitting on your couch or sofa. Just be conscious of your spine, that your spine is straight. If you keep your spine erect and straight, then it helps your neurological system to work in a perfect manner, and thereby it improves your mental sharpness and the mental health overall. Now you must be wondering, if there is a hardware, there is a software, there is a power source, then where is the main server? Well, we will be discussing the main server very shortly, so be with me.